I want to talk about something so critical to your success as a founder and your business's success as it goes from early stage to momentum phase. And that is having a great company culture. So do you have a great company culture inside of your business? All right, friends. So I'm coming to you a little bit under the weather today. Got the sniffle. So if I have to, sound a little congested, that's on me. So apologize for that. So here are the 10 things that I think you need inside your business to instill a great culture. Number one, you need to be able to communicate the vision of your company and also your value system. So you as a founder have a certain value system. That's critically important to you both living your best life, you seeing your vision turn into a reality, and having a lot of fun. Because if you are with misaligned people in terms of values, it can create a mess when it comes to trying to get initiatives passed, when it comes to having fun, any of those things. So number one is making sure you have a big vision and your values are aligned. Number two, lead by example. So you have to be the pioneer. As a founder, as a business owner, all decisions come to you. It is your responsibility to fall on the sword for everything. You hired your employees. That's on you. You put in the practices, the policies, the playbooks. I prefer playbooks than policies. Policies like a bad word to me. That's on you. So everything follows and feeds back up to you. You've got to lead by example. Oftentimes, when businesses get to momentum phase, the founder will start being a little lackadaisical, not showing up, not being present. And when that happens, you'll oftentimes see the culture start to fall down. So if you're a growing business in momentum phase, you've got multiple employees, you've got some senior leadership, and you're starting to play hooky a little bit because you found some other interesting things to do, know that that is a warning sign that your culture could get impacted. All right, number three, hire properly. So I have made every hiring mistake in the book. I have hired the wrong family members. I have hired people from competitors who brought their crappy culture into our culture. I've hired people who I thought needed a job, like people who were like needy, and I thought I was going to save everybody. Wrong answer. I've hired, you name it, I made every mistake in the book of hiring. And it's so important that you find both the right cultural fit for you as a leader, but also someone who aligns to the job you're having them do. So for example, if you're getting a creative talent and that person loves accounting, we've had that happen, you're going to be in a mess. If you put a creative into an accounting role, that's going to be a mess. We've had that happen. So friends, you've got to have the right cultural fit. Okay, number four, foster open communications. If you do not do this, you will create silos amongst your organization, which will battle amongst each other. In our very first venture, we had a controls company. We had a manufacturing company. So manufacturing metal and then controls building controls. And they would come together. They were in two separate locations, probably 3 hours apart. They would come together for a final assembly of our systems. And chaos happened because those two silos didn't know how to work together. There wasn't open communication. That's a critical one that we have to focus on every single day inside of our organizations. And friends, I would say I've made so many mistakes with this. I would over communicate. It is such the right thing to do. All right. Number five, recognize and reward. I don't always think it's about money. I think it's oftentimes about, hey, you're doing a great job. Hey, I see you. Hey, we appreciate you. Hey, you're part of the family, and we really appreciate the role that you play inside our family, our company, our organization. I think it can be as simple as that. I remember in our fifth year in our first startup, we had a big company party, and some people would come up to me and just say, hey, Mandy, I so appreciate what you've done for our family. And that just meant the world to me because we all want to be seen. We all want to be heard. We all want to show that we have a role and an impact, right? Number six, invest in team building. We've done this throughout all of our ventures. It's easier when you are in momentum phase, you're making money to do the big stuff, right? You're all going to go and do some huge team building thing. You're all going to go walk on tight ropes and learn how to do all that stuff. We did something as simple as Beer Friday. I don't know if that's okay to say or not, but we did Beer Friday in our very first startup. So every Friday afternoon at 2:00, we'd pop a cold beer and just enjoy each other's company. And that's what we did. It didn't cost us much. Everybody took turns bringing the beer, and only had a handful of us, not even a handful, maybe 2 to 5 people. And it was cool. And it didn't cost us anything. Number seven, provide growth opportunities to your employees. I've got them written down here, so I'm kind of following my script. You've got to be able to show your people where they're going. So in our first venture, and it's happened in all the ventures, we've had employees who came in and we needed to show them where they're going, both monetarily, which I would argue is not so important. You just want them to have security, but also to be able to take bigger roles as they grow into them. It took our very first employee a couple of years, 18 months to 24 months, to really get where he was hammering out, what he was supposed to do. But prior to that, it was a learning phase. And then he rapidly moved up all the way to a vice president in our company. So that's cool. And I think we need to be able to give that trajectory to each of our employees. All right, number 8, flexibility. Friends, this world's changing so fast. You never know. Like, I've got a cold today. Maybe I'm not my best. Maybe that means I don't need to show up today. Well, there's flexibility. Maybe I think best as a creative late at night, and I need to work different hours than everyone else. If that fits, cool. Maybe I'm super structured and I want to be in the office with everyone. Cool. We've got to be flexible. And I think that comes in a whole different, all kinds of different opportunities and angles, as long as we are open-minded to flexibility. Number 9, work-life balance. So this is key, right? Because I've got 3 kids and you never know when they're going to be sick. You never know when they're going to have a sports game. I want to be the best dad, the best husband, the best leader, the best entrepreneur, the best founder that I can be. My life is multifaceted. So think of it like the bicycle. Front wheel is your work. Your back wheel is your family. Your back wheel powers your front wheel. So family powers your work. Excuse me. And it all goes hand in hand. All right, number 10. Friends, I think it all starts, and I met a gentleman who's really building a business around this, but it starts with a sense of purpose. We all want to have a purpose of why our uniqueness, why our superpower contributes to the overall success of the organization. I think that's really critical. And if you can give that nugget to your employees individually, collectively, and as an organization, friends, I think that purpose will drive us way farther than we ever could imagine. In our first venture, I thought we would be blessed to get it to $5 million. We got it to $25 million eventually. So we far exceeded anything I ever thought was possible. We had over 70 employees. I never thought we'd get past a couple. You never know where the journey is going to take you, friends, but I hope these 10 tips help you build a better culture, live your best day. And if you need encouragement, you need motivation, you need support, reach out, friends. Love to help you do that along this journey. And all these hats represent lessons, businesses, ventures, some successes, some, let's just call them lessons. All right, friends, keep rolling. Appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of this journey. My name is Andy Smith, and I'm about to call off. So I'm going to jump.